We are back for my Christian review of regular books, and this time it's for The Ministry of Time. If you haven't been to one of my Christian reviews before, you can go to the top of this playlist and watch that video, which gives the whole spiel on all of my Christian reviews of regular books and exactly what this is about. Also, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and the bell so you can stay involved in any other Christian reviews of regular books that may be coming out. I am also on Goodreads. You can see everything I'm reading and rating in real time. Down below, I also have my Instagram and my TikTok, and I have my own YouTube channel, so you can see what I'm reading more in the day-to-day instead of just these reviews. If you want to, I would also love to know if you've read this book before and leave it down in the comments. But for now, let's go ahead and get into this review. The Ministry of Time is something that I had seen all over social media, and I was so excited to check it out. So I picked it up, I tried my best, you know. I was gifted this, so I was even more excited because I didn't have to pay for this book, and I was excited to check it out, and it just did not do for me what I was hoping. I love a good time travel element, and that's what's in this book, so I thought that was gonna be like the thing for me. But ultimately, there is a love story in here, there's supposed to be comedy in here, there's science fiction, and there's time travel, and there's like all of these pieces that I think were not properly fleshed out in a way that really made the story make sense or made me want to root for the characters. And so both the love story and the ending kind of fell flat as a result for me. I saw someone else review this book not too long before I read it, and they said just not much happened. And I really feel like that was the case, and that's part of why the ending fell flat. Ultimately, it's not that the writing was bad, I think it just needed more. Ultimately, I rated this 2.5 stars. Now let's go ahead and get into my Christian review. The first thing I always touch on is if it has smut or spice, and believe it or not, it does. Not a lot, but a little bit. And considering the fact that I couldn't even get behind this romance, the spice felt very out of pocket. However, in general, I think if you're just looking to know if this is appropriate or not, I'd say that it's not bad, but just something to keep an eye out and to fast forward through. I think I did it twice. There was only 2 scenes I had to fast forward through. The second category is explicit language, and there was only 1 or 2 words. It was very minimal. There really shouldn't have been any, considering the fact that there are people traveling from very older times. However, there was some explicit language kind of sprinkled through. Also, it is a book by a British author, and I have just learned that European authors tend to use more explicit language than we do here in the United States, and they just see it as more of like the norm. So they're not trying to be derisive or inappropriate, it's just their writing style. So I definitely saw that throughout this book, in that it just seemed kind of like the norm, and just for them felt more of like the language that made sense, but it was a little unnecessary to me. Even though this book is a sci-fi kind of fantasy-esque feeling, there really is no violence or gore or any sort of magic system to truly worry about. So ultimately, I feel like this book doesn't really have any other categories that I need to tell you about. I think this book is appropriate for ages like 16 and up, only because of those minor spicy scenes and the minor amount of explicit language, but I think that it would be great for a high schooler and may even be able to have you researching history and seeing how it applied based on this book, which might be kind of interesting. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you can stay involved in every one of these Christian reviews of regular books.